Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you some advice. If you're looking to start an online coaching business or extend your existing business online in 2025, this is the time to do it. There's some powerful, great choices out there. It's never been easier to have an effective online presence if you're a coach. At WP Tonic, we've helped loads of clients in this area. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back. So in this video, I'm gonna be trying to give you some advice about what are some of the key things you've got to understand about either building a new coaching business online or extending existing business and doing offerings online, and what are some of the best platforms out there. So, number one is if it's a new coaching business and you're trying to build it online, the number one thing you've got to do is find a niche. It's something I've stressed in these videos over the last couple of years, over and over again. And it is so important. Trying to compete unless you're an established player with a considerable online presence in a very broad category is not really feasible unless you're prepared to throw a lot of time and a lot of money at it. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't get the ball rolling and in a short period of time, you can have quite a decent business with the prospect of building up something substantial. The opportunities out there are still large. People say that most coaching areas are oversaturated. I disagree with this. They're oversaturated if you go to too broad a category. And what do I mean by this? Well, a perfect example is health and fitness, which is extremely popular. I can't remember how large the overall market is, but we're talking of tens of billions of dollars per year. It's surely feasible that you can find your bit of a niche there. But on the other hand, if you just go with the most broadest category possible and just churn out content or produce a course, there is no way in hell that you're going to get any traction quickly. But on the other hand, if you find a niche in the health and fitness sector, a subcategory, and then you produce relevant content and build your course really dealing with real problems that niche has and giving real answers to that, you will get traction and you will book a following and you will have an effective coaching business. So the money's in the niche. That's number one. Number two is finding the right platform. But on the other hand, don't spend month after month after month trying every platform out there because it's a total waste of time. There is no perfect platform. There are certain platforms that you will gel with, others you won't. None of these platforms are totally easy to utilize. I don't care what they tell you. It's really dependent on the experience of building websites, building courses, building newsletters, how much experience you have. If you haven't got any, all these platforms will be a learning curve, but there's learning curves and there's learning curves. Something that's all embracing might seem initially attractive, but that makes the actual platform much more complicated, especially if you're starting from the beginning. A more Lego approach where you can bolt on different elements as your experience grows is more attractive, I think. Now, there's two buckets here. You either go the WordPress route, which runs between 43 and 45% of all websites out there, and there's a reason for it. Or you go the SaaS route, software as a service. Couple of the software service ones that can be effective for coaching is Kajabi, is Podia, is Mighty Networks. They're the three main players there that I would recommend to a coach trying to build a online coaching business. Now, when you look at WordPress, it's more of a do-it-yourself, but the attractive thing is it's much more cost effective than some of the players that I've mentioned in the SaaS bucket. And you get much more control of your business, real ownership, and much more flexibility so you can build out functionality as required. Now, you are going to need a hosting provider. There's a number of them. I would recommend the higher quality level of the WordPress hosting provider because cheap hosting will really affect. You're going to need a calendar plugin, and you're going to need to be able to take group discussions through video. Two players that really bolt on to WordPress really well is Zoom. That will cost you about $149 a year, and you'll be able to use that with your WordPress website to do the video conferencing. Or Whereby is another player. That's not an app, that's a video conferencing that does it through your browser, basically. Both work really well with WordPress. I've written an article, it's in the video description underneath, and it gives you all the information about almost everything I'm discussing in this video, plus a lot more. Now, the other thing you've got to be aware of is try whatever platform you utilize is not to be sucked into the technology too deeply. Get an initial setup, and secondly, do what I call a soft launch, which you hopefully you've got some people that you've helped, you've done some coaching with, that you can bring on board, and they can trial out your initial setup, and they can give you some honest feedback. It's best not to have close relatives or friends because they will find it difficult to be as honest as they need to be. It's best to have some people that you can do some outreach that but are not too close to you, and then give them a great offer and say part of the bargain is you need to have a Zoom after they've done, utilize the platform with you. That that's the best scenario, right? But you do need this soft launch. You do need a small group of people that really trial the system before you go into full marketing mode. Another factor is that you do have to understand that you will have to market your coaching service. But that will become a lot easier if you did step one, you found a niche. You need a platform and a website that enables you to build out content that's really attractive to your niche target audience. And you need to be aware that if you want to accelerate the process after you've done your soft launch, you really do want to look at paid advertisement. I normally recommend Facebook or Instagram when it comes to coaches, and we've offered a number of individuals utilizing paid advertising. Now, if you found this really useful, like I say, I've written an article. You'll find the link in the video description underneath that goes into this in a ton more detail. I wanted this to be a short video and give a kind of 101 of the main subjects. You can also go to the WP Tonic website and book a one-to-one chat with me, which is totally free. Or if you've got any other question, you can always leave those in the comments underneath the video. And if you've got a genuine question, I will do my best to answer it. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.